I am going to decoct medicinal herbs.
Aren't you going to save him?
I can't die yet.
But he values you more than his own life. And you? You are just a coward who fears death.
What is wrong with wanting to live? Don't you want to live? If you don't even cherish your own life, what is the point of living? Yes. The flower fairy willingly gave herself for the demon lord, and yet, life after life, they still end in the same cycle of death. The dead go peacefully, without a care. But what about the living? You wouldn't understand. Watching the most important person die before your eyes. And even sending them off yourself is utter despair. After Lu died, Xiuyuan barely survived. With me by his side, we sheltered each other from the storms. And now, you want him to devour me? When he wakes up, how will he live with himself? I don't know if you want him to live, or die, or suffer in between. I won't let him face any of this.
But this is your fate.
I don't believe in fate. My master said, nothing in this world is set in stone or forced. There is only what I want. What matters is the choice you make. I want to stay alive with Xiuyuan, so I'll find a way for us both to make it.
What if you can't change it?
If it comes down to it, we'll die together. No big deal.
Lifey.
You are awake.
What happened last night?
Nothing. Drink your medicine. Sit down. Later, we'll go set up a stone for Master. He liked to sleep. Let's pick a spot where the sun shines every day.
Lifey.
Don't overthink. We'll figure things out. Drink your medicine.
Okay.
You dare drink what this wretch gives you!
Master?
Don't get me started. What have you two done? Kuizhuan mistook you for demon spies. He is making us bring you back to verify your identities.
I am the one connected to demons, not Lifey. Take me instead.
You? Guangwei, I am begging you. Please don't be angry. I am begging you.
Look at Xiuyuan. He is already this sick.
You really think they can get away?
They actually got away.
Look what you've done!
Then we'll find them again.
There are vines under this cliff. Go down to Ganhua Realm and wait for me. I'll draw them off. What are you doing? Don't let the demon take you!
Listen to your master! Live well.
Lei Xiuyuan! You self-righteous scumbag! Why do you always act on your own? Why do you give up?
Huawei,
He is the best disciple you've ever had. Your own disciple. Don't be too rough on him. I'll go find my disciple. Lei Fi! Lei Fi! Lei Fi! Lei Fi!
Xiuyuan, you really know demonic arts. Where did you learn them? Was it from the outcast tomb at White Cliff?
I am an outcast too, from across the sea.
Impossible! At Chufeng Academy, I probed your spirit root. You are truly made of flesh and blood.
Master, you've never crossed the sea. How do you know outcasts don't have flesh and blood?
Shut your mouth! I've seen those outcasts. They're all bloodthirsty beasts and demons.
Just because we look and act differently from you, we're not human.
Are you telling me that the one I poured my heart into teaching is the very enemy the Central Plain sects despise most?
Master.
But the way of the world dictates that the rigid breaks first. Only Wu Court's techniques balance rigidity with flexibility, and that is what lasts. Would you like to join Wu Court?
Yes. The rigid breaks first. Balance rigidity with flexibility. Master, thank you for taking me in and teaching me. I will never forget it. I am a terrible disciple. Please, take back your gift, Master.
You are taught by me. I can't let you become a great threat to the immortal sects!
Master.
Master.
You, so bewitching!
Sir! Thank you for helping the Lord sever his worldly ties! And return to our clan! Lei Fi!
Guangwei, I couldn't find Lei Fi. Where is Xiuyuan?
No response. He should be fine.
What is Qingqiu to you?
At East Sea's mountain, the vast ocean stretches endlessly, left together by Qingqiu of Wu Court and Rian of Qingqiu.
So my master is Qingqiu.
The Demon Lord was fierce and unstoppable with the Divine Tree's power. With my friend Rian's help,
I severed his horns and dealt a heavy blow to his forces.
I used the Sinual Grandar to stop the Demon Lord from destroying the Divine Tree, but Yecha reverted to an infant form. Only a faint trace of the Divine Tree's fruit remained. Yet even a blade of grass deserves life. I resolved to devote my life to studying this being and finding a solution to the Sea Calamity. For a century after that, Rian and I traveled across countless lands, but never discovered the source of the Sea Calamity, because the spirit energy across the sea is thin. Yecha's green fruit couldn't grow, and we were badly wounded from our battle with Yicha, and our cultivation had greatly diminished. So we returned to the Central Plains and went into seclusion in Rian's homeland, Qingqiu. Decades later, the fruit that had remained unchanged finally awakened into a spirit. Even the Ganhua realm, with its ordinary spirit energy, was enriched by it. After more than 300 years in Qingzhou, on the 25th day of the 12th month in the year of Genggu, at midnight, the shell suddenly cracked open, and inside was a newborn girl, radiant and naturally gifted. She was human, and yet not human.
This girl was born of heaven itself. Her own spirit energy could generate endless spirit energy. She could also absorb the spirit energy of others, if used well. She could help us boost our cultivation and make us invincible.
But this reborn divine tree was no different from a mortal child. To keep her from falling back into calamity, I decided to raise her myself. But Yecha had a peculiar fondness for her, and I feared old sins would resurface. So I set 3 interlocking seals upon her and sent her away. With these seals, they would hold each other in check. If kept apart in this life, they could break free from fate. It is foolproof. Forget the past. Stay away from conflict. Just to live as an ordinary person. Mr. Lai of Gaolu was a dear friend of mine. I set up a protective formation for Gaolu, and he promised to keep this child safe. But I grow old, and my strength fades. Time passes and never returns. Though I may live long as an immortal, I long to return to my homeland.
Cultivation is hindered by worldly attachments. You are meant to rise above mortal ties and achieve the great Tao.
Yet now you are held captive by this being. You've cared for her so painstakingly. You are seeing her as a real person. Do you really want her to live as an ordinary person forever?
What is wrong with being ordinary?
My Xiaobangchui is so lovely. Even if she can do nothing, it doesn't matter. I'll protect you, right? You're Xiaobangchui.
You know that no matter how human she seems.
She is still just the fruit of the divine tree. I've placed seals in her sea of mind. If you don't tell her, she'll never know.
Stubborn. Fool. What good is brilliance and talent? In the end, you are still tied down by this burden. You can hide it from her for a day, a year, even a century. But how can you hide it from her for a lifetime?
As long as I live, I'll protect her. My mind is made up. Don't try to change it. I used to live on Hushu Peak. Everyone said it looked like a mallet. You are Xiaobangchui. The divine tree brims with natural spirit energy, without external spirit energy input. It draws out spirit energy on its own. The spirits around Qingqiu were all drawn to it and purified. Don't be afraid. But when she was 3, a calamity struck, and her innate spirit energy suddenly vanished. She became no different from an ordinary child, unable to channel any spirit energy. All these peculiarities were hidden within this ordinary girl. Since I treated the child as my own, Rian worried my attachments would block my cultivation recovery. He repeatedly urged me to teach her the way of cultivation. I always refused. In a fit of anger, Rian left Qingqiu. It is fine if you can't do it. You could just be my disciple. A girl spending her days fighting isn't proper. Making braised radish for me is the real business. Am I right? I am dirt poor. If I raised you like a proper girl, we'd starve. Let's go. We'll go make some money. Let's go, sir. I'll have a baozi. Sure, Xiaobangchui. Are you hungry? I'll buy you something to eat. Sir, would you like a baozi? 2, please.
This one.
Here.
This one.
Careful, it is hot. The girl was clever and sharp. It brought me great comfort. But all these peculiarities would make her life restless. So I gave everything I had to protect her for life. I thought if I concealed her spirit aura and hid her among the mortals, we'd have nothing to worry about. But heaven had other plans. Over a decade later, she crossed paths with an old enemy she was never meant to see again. Knowing my cover was blown and I could no longer protect her, I quickly sent word to Rian. Fearing it was too late, I left a hurried note for Xiaobangchui to go to Chufeng Academy and seek my other disciple, Hu Jieping, at the academy, with Jieping and my old friend Zhu Chu watching over her. Perhaps she and the Yecha boy wouldn't repeat the same ill-fated bond.
Master! Master!
I couldn't bear to leave the girl behind.
Master!
But Hui Xuan's tracking talisman had caught up.
Master!
Hui Xuan claimed to be severely wounded and invited me to meet him at Husha Peak. I walked into his trap and was captured.
Xuancheng, where is the divine tree?
There is no divine tree in this world.
As a disciple of Wuye Court, you side with those across the sea and cozy up to monsters. You even built the outcast tomb. Tell me, whore, have you hidden the divine tree?
In this life, I was tied down by worldly attachments and never achieved the great Tao. My only wish is that Xiaobangchui can live as an ordinary person, happy and free for all her days.
Master, with you gone, how can I be happy? Without killing Hui Xuan, I don't deserve freedom. I want supreme power. I don't want my loved ones dying in front of me again. Master, I will avenge you.
Follow your will. One thought moves all things.
Scatter into wind. Gather into form. Draw the essence of heaven and earth. And fuse the 5 elemental powers of metal, wood, water, fire, and earth.
Let the universe reverse. Let all creation revive.
It is done! Still not quite there.
With the full strength of our clan, we'll help the Lord restore his power. Break the curse and sweep through all immortal sects!
The heart divides yin and yang. A single thought dictates the world.
I am not Yi Jia. How can I save you?
Save us, my lord!
Save us! Save us!
Where the heart finds peace, there is home. Resentment is a net, trapping both user and prey. Only by breaking free can the soul find peace.
Master, Qingqiu!
Remember, where your heart leads is the right choice for you.
Who am I? Where is my heart leading?
Xiuyuan! You are Lei Xiuyuan!
Remember, where your heart leads is the right choice for you. Is she wounded and unconscious? Or has she gone berserk?
Qiangling, you've been practicing demonic arts, just like Song Quan.
What demonic arts? As long as it makes me stronger. Top Chu dare say anything.
You can devour spirits too.
Let me go!
Lifey! Back at Chufeng Academy, I truly treated you well.
Thank you. Master!
会选 Die!
Overestimating yourself. You really are the divine tree. You've hidden it well.
You ruined my master's life. Is the divine tree really that important?
With the power of the divine tree, I can unite all the immortal sects. When the Sea Calamity opens the passage, I'll conquer the lands across the sea and wipe out the demon outcasts. This is the righteous path of the immortal sects.
Righteous path! It is all nonsense! What is this?
How is it? My dragon trapping lock and spirit binding seal.
Feels good, doesn't it? You used these to imprison my master.
You two are truly master and disciple. Be patient. I'll make you suffer. Everything your master did. It is useless. I fused the powers of the lock and the seal. No one but me can undo it.
Kui, even if Lei Fei has done wrong, we should bring her back to Wuye Court. We can question her properly there.
好了. The evidence is clear. What is there to question?
Let go of my disciple!
Chongyi, you dare shield a demon and defy Wuye Court's rules!
I stake my life that Lei Fei is no demon!
Stubborn fool!
亏说！关我！ Let's see. Who dares take my disciple while I am here? Stop!
Master! Don't protect me anymore. I am the fruit of the divine tree.
It was because the Demon Lord possessed the Divine Tree that the Central Plains sects suffered such devastating losses. Now the Divine Tree has reappeared. This thing must not fall into demon hands.
Bai Fu, watch your words. What do you mean by this thing? Lei Fei is a living person. She is a disciple of Zhuyu Peak.
You are an elder of Zhuyu Peak, yet she has fooled you all this time. When she absorbed the Achillea bead, I found it suspicious, but you defended her at every turn.
Why bring up the Achillea bead again? Lei Fei earned that Achillea bead fair and square. Yes, she is the divine tree, but has she ever done anything harmful? Has she ever hurt any of the immortal sects?
She colluded with demons, trespassed into the forbidden area, and wounded Yangling. Every one of those is a violation. Besides,
for the immortal sects of the Central Plains, the existence of the divine tree is a great threat. You see her as a threat, so you want to kill her. Is that it? Heya, you said she trespassed into the forbidden area. I want to know what exactly is hidden in the forbidden area of Harsha Peak. Why did Lei Fei go to such lengths to break in?
She and Lei Xiuyuan are both demons from across the sea. They posed as our disciples to spy on our sect's secrets. Chongyi, you should know that the righteous and the demonic can't coexist. If you continue to take her side and blur the lines, don't blame me for being harsh.
Huh? Are you going to charge me with colluding with demons too? Fine. You've never liked Lei Fei, or me anyway. Might as well lock us up together. That way, you won't have to keep guessing and finding fault with us. You...
All right. Don't let an outcast damage our bonds. Let's detain the divine tree for now. We'll discuss what to do next.
You are still injured. Let's not rush into this. We'll deal with this later.
The divine tree has been captured. The demons won't let this rest. We must be on guard.
I've ordered a restriction spell over Wuye Shrine and sealed off all news. But while the divine tree is detained, no one is to approach Wuye Shrine. Where is Dongyang? Where is he?
The day before, Dongyang received a letter from an old friend.
He was invited on urgent business. He'll be back in a few days. The sect is in turmoil, yet he still has the mind for social visits. You've all gotten too comfortable. You no longer know what matters.
Lai Feng was damaged and is hard to repair. For now, all we can do is protect Miu's remaining spirit. We'll need to find a rare spirit energy treasure to reforge her sword body.
Perhaps. Perhaps what, sir? You must save Miu. She! Xiaopian. Miu is a 1,000-year-old artifact spirit. As long as she has a breath of life, there is still a chance to mend her primordial spirit and restore her body. As for you, you were wounded by Xiuyuan. Your cultivation has dropped by at least 40%.
I was careless. I never expected that Xiuyuan's seclusion for healing was about collecting demon bones in the miniature realm, absorbing their lingering spirits,
and taking them for himself.
Master Qingqiu was probably murdered. Sir, I'll leave Miu in your care. I am going to Wuyue Court.
For Lai Fei?
Yes. Lai Fei sent me a distance sensing talisman from Qingqiu. She has probably been taken back to Wuyue Court by Xiuyuan. Xiuyuan has always wanted the divine tree all to himself. Lai Fei is in grave danger with him.
I can't stand by and do nothing.
Jappy, with your injuries, you won't change a thing. You'd collapse before you even saved Lai Fei.
Even if it kills me, I must protect Lai Fei. I've always known Lai Fei's true identity, but I clung to hope. Choosing to hide and run away, I failed my master's trust.
Jappy, I hope you and Lai Fei can live on safely, unbound by past lives. Now, the demons are running rampant. The immortal sects are in turmoil. Outrage is brewing everywhere. If we reveal the divine tree now, it won't end well. Since Xiuyuan wants the divine tree for himself, let's make the news of its appearance known to all.
Master, everyone's saying Lai Fei colluded with demons and is an outcast from across the sea. They're saying she should be tortured. Is any of it true?
If Lai Fei really is an outcast, what will you do?
Master, as long as you still claim her as your disciple, she'll always be our junior sister.
Yeah,
I trust Life's character. She would never harm the innocent or bring shame to you. Let's just break her out. Get her out first.
With your skills, break her out. If a fight breaks out, you'd be lucky to just defend yourselves.
But we can't just sit back and do nothing. Qin Yangling is guarding Wu Yue Shrine. What if he tries to get revenge?
You're right. That scoundrel Qin Yangling is capable of anything.
Master!
On this mission, we must seize the Divine Tree's power and restore Dizang sect's glory!
我还眷恋着不舍着